Good morning, everybody. My name is Mike at Filmboy24. We got some more found film. It's really old. It's Ektachrome. We're going to try to get an image. So here we are, the 13th try. Found film, where I obtain previously exposed cartridges or rolls of film. 8, Super 8, 16 millimeter, but it's mainly been Super 8, from various sources. This particular roll comes from a fellow film nerd and friendscriber, Rich, from Denver, Colorado. He goes by the moniker of Joe Schmo right here on YouTube, so make sure you thank Rich. Thank him. Thank you, Rich, and all of you thank him if you would. He sent this for nothing to kind of support the channel, and I told him we would do a found film episode. Now, this roll was completely exposed when he got it. He bought a camera, I believe it was a Keystone XL300 movie camera, and this film was inside it, I believe. The seller, according to Rich, is from Tucson, Arizona. So that's what we know about this film right now. It is fully exposed, and what I'm going to do in just a minute, settle down, is I'm going to take it in there in that little dark room back there, and I'm going to load it into this Lomo UPB 1A. It's a developing tank. It's set up, it's capable of developing two 50-foot lengths of film at once. We are only going to do this one roll right now, so I will break this down and load it up and take it in there into that 70s kitchen where the chemicals are currently cooling down to temperature, and we're going to process it. If we get an image and it's not ridiculously inappropriate, I'm going to show you exactly what we get. I don't have any clue what's on here. Rich doesn't have any clue what's on here. And as of right now, you don't either. We're going to find out together. So let me go load this tank and I'll be right back. Getting the hair out of my ceiling tape. I share my dark room with my two daughters, so it's actually their bathroom, but it's the best room in the house for a dark room. So that's where I do it. So we were loaded up, good to go. Really, for you, it was not even a nanosecond. For me, it was a few minutes, but I forgot to mention this film is the Kodak Ektachrome 160 Type G film from quite a few years ago. This is no longer made. It was the process EM26. There was a couple others, EM24 or 5, I'm pretty sure. I believe this one was EM26. That's not what I'm going to do. If you've watched any of my found film, you know that I typically always process it as a black and white negative. That's exactly what I'm going to do today. My HC110B formula is cooling off in the refrigerator as I speak. It will be 68-ish degrees Fahrenheit for 7 minutes. If you're curious about my remjet removal, because this film has that awful inky, black, sludgy remjet coating on the base side, I use, for 1 liter of plain tap water, I add 1 tablespoon of sodium bicarbonate, better known as baking soda, and 4 tablespoons of washing soda or sodium carbonate. I mix that. You got to mix it. You got to stir your water while you're adding the powder, or else you'll get it's just clumpy and it'll take you an hour for it to finally dissolve. If you stir it while you pour your powder in there, boom, dissolved instantly. So that's what I use. I pour the remjet removal bath into this tank for about 30 seconds, drain it, and then I do some good washes, or as my dad would say, good washes. And I agitate for 3, 4, 5 minutes, drain, and that's where you see the black ick drain out of the drain hose. Couple of very quick things. My shirt. Yes, it's not that I'm a huge Salvador Dali fan, but my extremely talented cousin in Bloomington, Indiana, pointillismed this shirt. That's where you take 2 pens or pencils or whatever you're using, and you just, and he does this, and he makes really cool. But he's an artist, and he paints and he does a lot of cool stuff. But anyway, he did this Dali shirt a couple years ago, so I decided what better way to showcase than, can you see it? Right here on my channel. Anyway, as you can see, I got my mug. If you watched my my vlog a couple videos ago, you'll see where I got that. And no, I'm not left-handed. I just wanted to show you the front of it and the back of it. It's a beautiful coffee mug. And it drinks coffee quite well. A couple other very, very quick things. If you watched my 16mm found film, it was in little cartridges, the 50-foot cartridges, you'll know that I had 4 other cartridges. Well, I took those 4 cartridges out and I put them in my Cine Kodak, which is behind me there somewhere. I don't know if you can see it. Wait, wrong side. Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, right down there. And I tried, you know, to run off the rest of the film. Something really was freaky about it. The last cartridge that I got to, let me show you. Yeah. As I was like, you know, trying to blast off the end of the roll, I don't know if it just wasn't taking up properly. So I don't know if it just wasn't in there properly or if it was, these might be reloads. I don't know. But anyway, this happened. So I don't know how well that's going to turn out. We're going to process all 4 of those anyway, and we're going to see if we get anything at all. So stay tuned for that. And the last thing I want to show you is regarding this found film. We have a channel friend that is an eBay seller, and I think I touched on it last time. A couple videos ago, you saw Joey, little Joey, in a swimming pool training to become an Olympic swimmer, at least by his dad's standards. Well, that same seller, he had a bunch more of that film, and I worked out a deal with him, and a really good deal. And he's since become sort of a friend of the channel, and he gave me such a good deal, I said, you know what, I got to mention this guy. His name is Cameraman Mike, and I'll somewhere in here, I'll put his eBay name. He's got a lot of, it's an eclectic sort of mix of cool items on eBay. So take a look at it. Again, he's a friend of the channel. I don't know him personally. I'm not sponsored or anything. He gave me a pretty good deal. Let me show you what he sent me. Boom. Ugh. This. He sent me 56 rolls, all exposed. I don't know if you can see it. I can't tilt them too much. 18 rolls are Ektachrome, and as we all know, I probably won't get much of an image out of the Ektachrome. 36 rolls are just like we did a couple videos ago with little Joey. They are sound film. They're all exposed, and you're going to see it live, or kind of live, right here on my channel. We're going to process every single one of these, or at least try. So stay tuned. Hit subscribe, and this way, you know, you'll know. Anyway, let me get rid of this, and we're going to go process that film. I'll be back when this film is done. In the interim, let me show you exactly what I do to process it right now. And we're back. For you, it wasn't really long at all. For me, about 3 hours. Had some lunch, processed this roll of film, let it dry, scanned it. Don't know why I pointed down here, but I scanned it on my retro scan. We got images, and it's, you know, you'll see in a minute. You'll understand. This is what we typically get from old rolls of film. It was very exciting. It's always exciting to kind of, you know, see what we might get. Speaking of that, stay tuned. This is fully exposed, and this one is next. This is part of that 36 roll Ektachrome batch. It is sound film. This will be processed, dried, and scanned on my next episode. So stay tuned. Well, what about this one? Well, like I said, we got images. They came out pretty decent. A little bit blurry here and there. That was the original camera operator. I would take credit if it was my fault, but I know how to use my scanner now. Some blurriness, a little out of focus here and there, a little bit overexposed. You expect that. Why don't we take a look at the film right now? And there you have it. Like I say, it doesn't take rocket appliances to figure out exactly what you were looking at. Obviously, it's some kids and their mother and baby rabbit, I believe. I don't know, you tell me. Forgot to mention, the edge code on this film is 00, or circle, circle. And according to Kodak's edge code chart, that puts this film manufactured in 1979. So we're in that era, probably between 79 and 82. That's in the ballpark of what of when this film was shot. If you recognize anybody in that film, I know it's highly unlikely, but if you do, leave me a comment and let me know. And do me a huge solid and say thank you very much to Rich for donating this roll of film that he received in his camera. If you're interested in seeing what's in your old roll of film, or rather on your old roll of film, how about shoot me an email? I'm not going to send your film back, but I will send you a digital copy of what I get. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to process all of your movie film. It means if you find an old roll that was shot many years ago, it's something that we can bring to the world and put on this channel, I'd be happy to do it, just like Rich did. As always, I want to thank every single one of you beautiful people for subscribing and for hitting the like button. Please do it. And until the very next time that we do, another one of these, I'll see all of you on the next go-around.